Thanks for joining me on my 2019 holiday gift giving guide. We are about to dive in to the Dyson Supersonic Hairdryer. Yes, stay with me. Welcome to another unboxing video. It's Nicole Dominique from Nicole Beauty Co. and I am excited to jump in. So today's item is a high ticket item. It is reviewing the Dyson Supersonic Gift Edition Hairdryer, which at Sephora retails for $399. I had my eye on this dryer a while, but I really wanted to put it to the test and see, does it do what it claims? So this side of my hair has been dried with the Dyson dryer. This side of my hair has been dried with the Conair Infinity 1875 Pro hairdryer. This hairdryer is, depending on where you get it, between $24.99 at Walmart all the way up to $34.99 at Ulta, and obviously this one is $3.99. I have zero hairstyling products in right now, so this is a true test, and hopefully you can see how much smoother the cuticle of my hair is and how much flatter it is and how much more damaged and frizzy this side looks. Okay, so I put it to a timing test. Half of my hair with the Dyson took under 2 minutes to dry. This half of the hair with the Conair took just about 3 minutes even to dry. Again, no styling products whatsoever. I have not flat ironed, I have nothing in my hair. So, I mean, to me, when I run my fingers through it, this side is super silky. It's a very noticeable difference. This side actually literally feels less silky, and I think you can tell volume-wise how flat my hair is lying on this side without having flat ironed it, versus this side, like the cuticle is roughed up. So in terms of time, Dyson is definitely winning. In terms of smoothness, Dyson 100% all day, every day. In terms of price, this thing is crazy. I've never paid that amount for a hairdryer. This is obviously cheap, and you can get them anywhere. But I definitely think there is a noticeable difference. Now, let's talk about hair type. Obviously, I have untreated hair. It's long. This is my natural hair. There are no extensions in it. I don't color my hair. Obviously, you can see I've got tons of gray in it. In terms of my hair profile, I have fine hair. I have relatively thin hair, and it is very easy to tangle. So literally a stiff breeze and my hair tangles. So it's amazing to me that this hair on this side that the Dyson did is so smooth and so silky. And this side, it feels literally rougher and not as silky. And to me, this side makes my hair look healthier, and this side, it looks much more damaged, particularly up through the areas where I have a lot more breakage. I am a tattoo artist by trade, and I have to wear my hair in a ponytail every day so that I don't get my hair in my clients' bloody, disgusting body fluids if I'm bending over a tattoo. So let's talk about sound. One of the claims is that the Dyson is quieter. I would agree with that. The Dyson is indeed quieter, but it's negligibly so. I would say ease of handling. They are both easy to handle, but there are some tricks with the Dyson that I actually don't like. So this is the Dyson hairdryer. You can see it has a power button, and it has a cool button, and it has intensity and temperature, and this is the air intake. So something I don't like about the Dyson is I normally hold my hairdryer, I'm right-handed, in my right hand, and I would normally hold it at the end of the actual handle. Well, that would be a problem with this, is because that's where the air intake is. So it's not that you couldn't hold it here, but it's not going to work very efficiently because it's getting the majority of its air intake covered. So if you choke up on it, you might accidentally hit one of the buttons. I don't love that. The cord on this is mega heavy duty, and so it's actually a little tricky to handle. It came with a little cord wrangler, and it's got a big, pretty heavy transformer here. I haven't even taken the plastic off. the transformer. Let's do that. This is my most satisfying moment in a new product, is taking any protective plastic off, which always irritates me personally. Okay, so this hairdryer is pretty nice, but it is awkward in terms of this wouldn't sit easily on your sink. But wait, I got the gift edition, which came with a magnetic holder. Okay, so just comparing this in terms of the look, here we go. Now I'm actually missing the protective screen that covers the air intake. This hairdryer, I'm gonna say, is probably maybe 3-4 years old, I'm gonna say. It did come with a couple attachments. Obviously it's significantly cheaper. And the cord, because the cord isn't heavy duty, it's actually much more flexible. So there's that. The Dyson Supersonic gift edition came triple boxed. This was the main box that it came in, and it describes it as including a iron and fuchsia Dyson Supersonic. And they don't mean iron as in the metal, they mean iron as the color. I don't know why they just didn't say gray and fuchsia, but they felt the need to say iron. It has magnetic attachments, and it sits on this dope screen. And it says patented motor for 110 RPMs. And hopefully you can see on the box some of the different attachments. That's the dryer, and we've got some more diffusers. Normally, I don't use diffusers because they take so long to dry my hair, which could be part of the reason my hair is super damaged. Now, in terms of me personally, I wash my hair about 2 to 3 times a week. I do not wash it every day because even though my hair is incredibly fine, it's also incredibly oily, so I can't go longer than 2 to 3 days to wash it without it looking absolutely terrible. I tried to cut down to like washing it once time a week for about 6 months, and my oil production never moved an inch. I have very oily hair. So in terms of, you know, just my background, that's where I am. I tend in general to use a heat protective spray that has a straightening agent in it and a finishing oil when I do my hair. I didn't do that today because I wanted to show you the raw results of me having freshly washed hair that had nothing in it in terms of what the cuticle looked like. I did not cool finish, so sometimes people would recommend you hot blow dry your hair and then put the setting on cool and cool finish to get the cuticle to lay down. Again, I didn't do that because I wanted you to see what basically a $400 hairdryer was going to get you. So this to me is incredible for this reason. It actually made my hair straighter, look healthier, feel silkier, and it cut down the drying time to me significantly by, you know, under 2 minutes versus just about 3. So it cut it down by 30%. In my personal life, that is actually huge. So if I had done both sides of my hair and it took 4 minutes versus both sides of my hair taking 6 minutes, maybe to you that's not a big deal, it's not a big difference, but 4 minutes versus 6 minutes in my busy schedule in the morning is huge. And to get a better result. Now, I was amazed at how much wind it felt like it was producing, or airflow that it felt like it was producing was insanity. But the neat thing was, I didn't feel like I was in a wind tunnel. Like, it wasn't like all over my face, some sort of crazy Medusa thing. It wasn't that at all. So that was incredibly impressive. So I'm gonna show you some of the attachments. I'm gonna hop off camera and hop back on. My filming room is really tiny, so I'll knock something off for sure if I try to just have you guys wait. So hold up a minute. So one of the things they had, hello, please go to Dyson, learn about your hairdryer. They had a user guide. They had a, hey, ground fault interrupter tag. And then they had some attachments. So one of the things that they have, which I think is kind of cool, this little non-slip I'm not sure if it's silicone or rubber mat, but you could put this on the counter and the dryer is going to hang on the little grippies and not fall off, and it has a little ring if you want to roll it up and take it with you. So that was a nice attachment. I'm sure that that's what, before they came out with the hairdryer stand, what they were kind of trying to do to mitigate the hairdryer falling on the ground. Because obviously you do not want a $400 hairdryer falling on the ground. We got a huge, heavy diffuser style attachment. This feels much nicer. I no longer have the attachments for the Infinity Pro, but this attachment is much nicer. I can just tell you that this would probably do a very nice job of diffusing the hair. We got a little leatherette tag, so if you've got a hook where you keep your hairdryer, you can put that in. I don't hang my hairdryer by a hook, but it's there if you want it. You can see this nozzle. Obviously, this is a very concentrated amount of air. And then we have this nozzle, which is obviously bigger. So several different types of diffusers depending on what your hair situation is. Very nice, very well packaged. So inside this, like I told you, was 3 boxes. It's actually 4 because there is a box inside this box which came with another box in top of another box in top of the Sephora box. So if you count all the boxes, there's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 5 boxes. So you don't need to fear that this is going to arrive. Let's be honest, we've all seen those videos on the internet where like the delivery person, regardless of who it is throwing boxes over the fence or kicking it or doing whatever. This could probably actually take that just because they've got so much packaging to protect it. And one of the things that was neat is, hopefully you can see this, inside the coffin there was all sorts of foam that was acting as a bumper to keep the coffin still and in place. And I knew which element it was because it had this picture on the outside, which is clearly a technical drawing, probably from the patent on this particular hairdryer. Okay, so next item. I knew that this was the stand because it's got the technical picture of it being a stand. And hopefully I can get this out, and it's got all the little patent numbers and information about what it is that you have. And it's got 2 parts. This part, which I wasn't sure what it was at first, and then I saw the hole. And I was like, okay, I'm getting this. And then this part. Now this part is very, very heavy, and you've got instructions. So we're gonna put it together. It's like, hey, take this part. It's got a hole. Stick it through the hole. And you can see on the, perhaps, hopefully, there's a little lip which is holding it in place. So once you stick it, it's not coming back out. And it's got a little plastic holder and a little plastic holder. And take your holder, and you're gonna take your Dyson, and it shows this on the diagram. The beveled end has a little receiver, and it magnetically sits like this. So this is a better solution than that rubber mat by far. This thing is really, really heavy and would not just easily slide off your vanity by any means whatsoever. So that's really nice, you know, you're just like boom. And the stand itself is magnetic, so it actually wants to house the hairdryer correctly and hold it in the correct place. Because this is plastic and this is metal, this is not a silver colored plastic, this is full on metal, you definitely have a sense of quality, and I certainly like that effect. I think that this is steady. I could put this on my vanity. If you prefer to not have your hairdryer on the vanity, you could use the hook and put it up that way. But this is what one of the reasons I bought now, as opposed to, I've been eyeing up this hairdryer. Oh, There's a car outside. I'm sorry. I apologize. Someone's car alarm is going off. Okay, so the reason I bought now is because it had this great hairdryer stand, and that was one of my main concerns with a hairdryer. You don't want to spend $400 on a hairdryer and then have it poof slide off your vanity and fall onto the floor and break, or even just damage the motor. Obviously Dyson has a lot of patents on their motor and their air moving technology, and I don't want anything bad to happen to it. I'm definitely going to go fill out the warranty, and for certain products like my Conair Infinity, you know, it's not that those don't come with warranties, it's that at such a low price point, I gotta be honest, I guess I'm lazy. I wouldn't fill out the warranty. I'm like, well, it was $25 at Walmart. If something happens to it, I will be spending another $25. But this is the thing. I expect this Dyson, this $400 hairdryer, to last me 10 years. In 10 years, I will have replaced an 1875 watt Conair hairdryer probably 4 times. They last about 2 years for me before the motors finally burn out. And I don't think I have particularly heavy use. Like I said, I'm blow drying my hair 2 to 3 times a week. I'm not even doing it every day, but I do have long hair. So overall, I love this. I think this is amazing. I think it's very high quality, but most importantly, it does the job. So, I mean, I think even, you know, it's been 25 minutes since I've done my hair. You can see an obvious difference in the smoothness of this side versus this side, in terms, especially up here. Hopefully you can see that on camera, like how much smoother the cuticle is on this side. So this guy right here, this is literally the holy grail. Now, obviously not everybody can invest in a $400 hairdryer, but if it's something that you can pick up, I think this would be a phenomenal major gift if you were giving it to, say, your daughter or a friend or your spouse. This is an amazing hairdryer. It really, really is. But that price point, ooh. But to me, totally worth it, because it's cutting down on the time. It is quieter. It's not super quiet, you know? So like, this is probably 95% of the noise level of the other one. So it's still making a noise. But so much more efficient, so much faster, and so much better result, considering I have nothing whatsoever, no product in my hair. So in that way, I'm like, boom, people, that blows my mind. Pop. So thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. If you would like to give me a comment, love, hate, suggestions, I read them all. Please put it in the comments below. Give me a like, smash that bell. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I hope you'll stick around and subscribe. Otherwise, have a fantastic day. Ciao.